Hello friend, welcome back to Toyota Maintenance YouTube channel. Here we have today 2003 Toyota Echo, and it basically came here for engine oil change. So let's go together and take care of it in this video. And it's always good idea to do the oil change when the oil is still hot, right? Because you will get the most of it out of the engine. The car is really low, so I raised the front of it, right, to make a space for myself to get to that oil pan draining bolt. The drain plug bolt is located on the passenger side in the oil pan. You can see there is that yellow mark on it, and it's number 14 millimeters. So I have my oil catching pan ready, right? Here is my ratchet. So I'm ready to release that bolt. There's always washer underneath it, right? This time it looks it's stuck on the pan, so I don't worry about it. And I'm just going to catch that oil. Boom! Here we go. You can hear the oil dripping, and here is the detail of that washer. It actually stayed with the bolt, right? I have a new one. I bought a new one from Toyota. This will be replaced. Now I definitely can go ahead and remove that oil filler cap, right? There's no vacuum in that engine. Look at the condition, right? It always tells you something about the engine. You can rest it on top of it so the dirt doesn't fall in the engine. You can also clean the dipstick, right? Which is right here. Have it nice and clean. Since the opening for the oil plug is on the passenger side, if I pay attention, I can slightly lower that passenger side, right, without crashing that oil catching pan. That might even help. Oh yeah, the oil speeded up, you can hear it. It might help to get more of that engine oil out of the oil pan. The oil stopped dripping, so I'm ready to put that plug back with the new gasket as we discussed that, right? I'm using this time smaller ratchet so I have better feel, and I can tighten that bolt nice and snug, but you don't want to over tighten it and damage the thread in the oil pan. Perfect. Now, oil filter is located right in front of the oil pan. I hope you can see it. So again, I will be undoing that. Of course, I will place the catch pan below it. And hopefully it's not over tight. It should be tight only by the hand. And I think I'm lucky. Previous technician did a good job. Yes, I can loosen it by the hand. This is fantastic. And I basically don't remove it completely, right? I just loosen it like 2 or 3 turns so the oil can start draining out of it. You will see it dripping. See that? And then I will wait until it stops. I can also show you the view from the top where that engine oil is located. See it right there, the white thing? Let me zoom there. You see it? It says CarQuest on it, so it was done at the gas station. It unfortunately didn't have original Toyota filter, which we will put there right now. And while it's dripping, I can show you the original filter, right? So there are many reasons why I try to always use original, right? It's made for this vehicle. Also look how it's nicely pre-greased, that O-ring, so it's very easy to install it. Again, you will tighten it by hand only. Now it stopped dripping, so I can finish undoing that oil filter, right? There will be still oil, so you have that catching pan here. This is unfortunately messy, but you get all this dirty from it. But it's okay, no big deal. I have a rag here, of course, right? So everything stays nice and clean. And again, in this stage, I will wait a few minutes, let it drip, and then I will starting cleaning that area of the filter housing. The oil stopped dripping, so I can clean around here, right? I don't want to have any drips in the future. Also the area where the new filter will be sitting, I want to have it perfectly clean, so that's what I'm doing right now. Here I have the new filter, right? So I will remove it. Now it's pretty obvious that you have to remove this protective foil, right? But it's very easy, it's nicely done. And paying attention, I will carefully start screwing in on the thread of that filter housing, right? It's very easy to put it there. And what is really important, it will be hand tight only. Again, it needs to be tight, but you are not using any wrenches on this. I will again check, make sure there's no any oil remaining, right? I don't want to have my customer ever having that one oil drop on their driveway, right? Everything needs to be perfectly dry, and that's the only way I will return it to them. Everything is perfectly in the place, so now it's time to bring the vehicle down. Also to evaluate, right, that engine oil was definitely very dirty, right? Here are the tools. But we discussed this car in different video. There's almost no oil. I'm afraid I'm having here max 2 quarts, and this engine takes 4 quarts. But again, we discussed that in different video, but always it's good to pay attention to these facts. And the Echo, it's back on the ground, perfectly in level, so I will start filling the oil. As we know, the recommended oil is 5W30, right? So it's even written here. And to minimize spills, I want to have some kind of funnel. I show you in different videos, if you save one of these cans, the funnel will be not just wiggling there, but you can actually perfectly screw it. It catches the thread which is in it, right? And makes it super easy to pour. Now the owner's manual says that if you change the engine oil and the filter, you should use 3.9 quarts of the engine oil, right? So I have it ready here. I will go ahead, pour 3 quarts, and then I will start measuring the level using the dipstick. And I'm pouring it slowly. I don't want to do it too fast, right? I want to give it a chance to nicely get inside of the engine and not start leaking somewhere. This is 5 quarts jug. I'm below somewhere 2, so I put a 3.3 maybe, and I will go ahead and use the dipstick and see what's the level, right? I will wipe it off again, and let's see how high between the marks it will be. Alright, so if you look with me, I hope you can see it. This is the bottom mark. Here it's F full top mark, and it's like a ½ inch away from the top. So I will pour a little bit more right now, and then I will close everything and go and start up the engine. Alright, that's all nicely done. Let's hop inside and start up the engine and let it run for approximately 1 minute. Now what I want to observe right now when I'm starting it will be the oil pressure light. It should go off really soon. So let's watch it together. It's up there. Oh, you saw that? It went off approximately in 1 second. That's perfect. That means there is enough pressure in the engine, right? The oil is there. I'm immediately coming outside and I'm checking here for possible leaks, and I will immediately, of course, look underneath, and I will let it run for approximately 1 minute. And if I want to get correct measurement of the oil level, I have to wait minimum of 5 minutes. While waiting, I can always keep myself busy, like filling up that windshield wiper reservoir, right? So when the car leaves, it will be full. After waiting over 5 minutes, I took the measurement. It needed more, so I added oil. The jug is really confirming that I used the 4 quarts, right? Let's go and see. It's all the way up. Yep, and if you look with me, I'm not sure if you will see it, but it's right touching here, the full. So I'm perfectly up there. I did a good job, and this maintenance is finished. I hope you have enjoyed this video and gives you some idea how the engine oil change could be done on 2003 Toyota Echo. Make sure you are subscribed because I have way more videos coming your way. I will see you next time.